Numbers are everywhere. No, seriously, try going a day without using them. No clocks, no money, no measurements. Sounds fun, right? Well, it turns out that ditching numbers would make modern life borderline impossible. No timekeeping. Want to meet a friend? Good luck, because let's meet when the sun is kind of in the middle of the sky is a scheduling nightmare. No money or prices. Without numbers, how do you know how much something costs? Are you paying in vague handfuls of cash? Guessing how many apples equal a loaf of bread? No measurements, cooking, construction, medicine, all ruined. Have fun eyeballing everything like a medieval alchemist. Long story short, if numbers disappeared, so would civilization as we know it. But let's break it down further. The short answer, no, just no. Could we survive without numbers? Sure, if by survive you mean descend into total anarchy. No trade or economics. Try running a business without numbers. Imagine walking into a store where nothing has a price and transactions are just vibes. No science or engineering. Good luck launching rockets, building bridges, or even diagnosing diseases when exact measurements are illegal. No accurate communication. You can't even tell someone your age, your address, or how many fingers you're holding up. Everything becomes a confusing game of charades. Numbers are basically the operating system of reality. Without them, society crashes instantly. How would we even try to replace numbers? Spoiler, badly. If we couldn't use numbers, we'd have to get creative. Unfortunately, creative doesn't mean good. Counting with words instead of saying 3, we'd be stuck with a few, some, or not that many. Not exactly precise. Symbols, gestures, or sounds. Ancient cultures used tally marks or different words for quantities, but at some point that just turns back into numbers. Trade by estimation. Instead of pricing things, we'd be bartering based on gut instinct. This rock looks about as valuable as that goat, right? Even if we banned numbers, we'd just reinvent them in some other form because humans need structure, even if we pretend we don't. Would nature even let us forget numbers? Nope. Even if we refused to use numbers, reality itself would keep reminding us they exist. Your body uses math. Your brain calculates distance, speed, and movement constantly. Try running or catching something without subconscious math. Spoiler, you'll fail. The universe runs on numbers, gravity, physics, even how plants grow. Math is baked into everything. Time keeps moving. You can refuse to count seconds, but time doesn't care. Eventually, you'll realize that later is just another way of saying a specific number of minutes from now. Basically, math is like oxygen. Whether you acknowledge it or not, it's always there, keeping everything running. The ultimate test, could we raise a child without numbers? Alright, let's say we actually tried to live without numbers from birth. What would happen if we raised a kid without ever teaching them math? Spoiler, it wouldn't go well. No counting, no concept of quantity. Imagine asking a kid how many cookies they want, and they just stare blankly. They don't even know what more or less means. No concept of age. How do you track growth? Do you just say, you were born some time ago? Good luck explaining birthdays. No logical thinking development. Math isn't just about numbers. It shapes problem-solving skills. A number-free brain would struggle with any logical reasoning. Even if we never introduced numbers, kids would still invent ways to measure and count because understanding quantity is a basic survival skill. So yeah, math isn't just a school subject, it's hardwired into how we think. Without it, we wouldn't just lose civilization, we'd lose the ability to function as humans. Final thoughts. The world needs math, whether we like it or not. So could we survive without numbers? Technically, yes, in the same way you could survive without ever showering. It's possible, but your life would be an absolute mess. Without numbers, civilization would fall apart. Even if we banned them, we'd just reinvent them in a different form. Math is built into reality itself. We can't escape it. So while numbers can be annoying, looking at you, algebra, they're also the reason we have a functioning society instead of absolute chaos. Now, imagine trying to explain all of this without using numbers. If you made it this far, congrats. You've successfully processed a whole lot of numbers without realizing it. Now, if you want more weird questions answered with a mix of facts and sarcasm, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.